Welcome back to the Sloan Sells Homes Open House. Today we have a very special topic and a very special guest. Sarah Slusher is joining us today. And the name of your company is Revive with Style.
That's correct.
Okay, but you do so many things that encompasses style and reviving your home space.
Yes.
And this is something that is near and dear to my heart. I talk to people all the time about decluttering and organizing, but the problem is I am the worst declutterer and organizer in the world. I don't have the brain to do it.
Yeah.
You must.
Yeah, we do. And the great thing about Revive with Style is that we combine our services. My background is in interior design, and my business partner, Ritu, she's a professional organizer. And so we use those skills to help the client who's overwhelmed with the organizing. I mean, it's a lot. It's overwhelming to be in a space that you're just, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to buy. I don't know where things should go. And we're that zero judgment team. We're that Switzerland, as you could say, that just kind of doesn't look at it objectively like you would in your own home.
Correct. And design, I have learned over the 20 years that I've been in this business, design is different when you're selling your home than when you're living in your home.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, you definitely have to take that in mind. If you're getting ready to sell, there's definitely some choices that you need to make that make a difference, as opposed to you plan on living in that home for the rest of your life.
Right. And the rest of your life is until this perfect opportunity comes along.
Right.
And you just never know what you might decide to do. And so I have lived in my home for 25 years. I am in the process of selling this summer. And so the question is, I have 25 years worth of crap in my house.
Yeah.
How can Revive with Style help me get started? Because right now, I know what I tell everybody.
Sure.
I tell everybody, okay, you got to declutter. You got to get rid of the personal items. You can go ahead and start boxing, because once you put that home on the market, you need to be ready to move in 30 days or less.
Right.
And so I'm a couple months out. How much time do I need? Where do I begin?
Sure.
There's so many questions.
Yeah, well, that's a moving target, obviously, how much time. But I think really where you start is probably the pinch points in your life. You know, Revive with Style really tries to catch a family or a busy mother where they're the most stressed. So for you, maybe perhaps it's your kitchen. Maybe that's where you just need to get really organized, because maybe if your kitchen was more organized, your day would just run smoother. We try to focus on those. So maybe it's a busy mom with young kids, and the closet is just where she needs, the organization to happen, because in the morning she's just running around trying to figure out, where her shoes are, where that sweater is that matches those jeans that she's got on or something. So we try to meet the client where they are. So I guess, Michelle, we would ask where you're the most stressed in your home to get ready. And then we would start with that.
Yes, all of those things.
Everywhere. Well,
all of those things.
Yeah, then probably the kitchen and the closet. Those are the biggest stressors, I think, for a lot of our clients.
Right. And so, and do you work with, in conjunction? So, I'm there with you when you're helping me organize my closet or the kitchen, because you want to bounce off, okay, what's important to you? Do you cook a lot? Do you not cook? What is your go-to items that you use, the pots and the pans and the things? And I'm assuming a pantry is an awesome clean out space.
Oh yeah, it's our bread and butter. We love those. That before and after is like the money shot every time.
Yeah.
But to your point, we know that everyone lives in their home differently. So of course, ideally, we love to have the client there with us, because we want to have those conversations. Do you bake a lot? If you don't, then maybe let's put our baking supplies somewhere where they're not accessible. Are your kids always wanting to go to the pantry for snacks? Let's put those in a spot where they can reach them. So ideally, we would like the client to be there. Sometimes the client's like, take care of it. I just want to come back and just see it all finished. But ideally, and we want to teach you the methods and the processes that go in place to continue to stay organized. I mean, if we have to come back, we will, of course. But we want you guys to have the power to, stay organized and continue to live stress-free.
So you offer those organizing solutions, and they are solutions. It's not just, because most of us in our pantry, let's just go there,
right,
just have the wire shelving.
Sure.
And with that wire shelving, our bottles and things will tip over. It's not a stable environment.
Of course.
So you bring in, that's what all the home stores are all about,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Organization, closet organization, pantry organization, little bins and things. Do you like put little stickers on stuff to tell? Because, call me a dummy. That's fine. I've been called worse.
Never.
But, this is where the rice goes or the pasta goes or whatever, the sauces and the different condiments or whatever.
Well, and we ask our clients that. If you're a clear bin type of person, because sometimes it's like an out of sight, out of the mind kind of issue, we'll do clear bins. Or maybe you don't want to see any of it. You want to have a nice clean look in your pantry. But we'll definitely label them, because sometimes labeling helps you stay organized. You know, instead of just throwing it in there, you can be like, oh, that's where the rice goes. Or again, if you have other family members, we had a client who had older children who loved to cook in there. And because of that, her kitchen was kind of a chaotic mess. So now with the labels, her even older children know that's where the rice goes. Those are where the spices go. That's where the pasta goes.
Awesome. Sarah Slusher is joining us today, and what a dream. You know what? I love your energy. I love your passion.
Thanks.
Revive with Style is the name of the company. And your partner in crime.
Yes, she is.
You guys are a real match made in heaven, because you are you're the one who's got all the words.
Yes, sometimes by default.
And your partner is a little more quiet, but you balance each other very, very well.
We really do. Yes, we've known each other for a very long time. We were in college together, friends then, and then kind of reconnected after college. We balance each other so well. She's quieter. She's more intuitive sometimes. When I'm kind of like running off the rails, she keeps me grounded, which is great, especially when we're meeting clients, because we can bounce off of each other and kind of really get to know them on two different levels in a way. It's great. She's phenomenal. She is a master at what she does.
Okay, we love it. So how did the whole business begin then?
Sure.
Because you do focus on different things. So Revive with Style, tell me a little bit about just the basics of your business, how you began, and how you've evolved, because every business evolves over time.
Yes, and we're still constantly evolving, I feel like.
You have to.
Revive with Style started as, it was Rithu's baby. She said, I want to start this business. I want to start a professional organizing business, but I feel like to get an edge on our competition, she would need an interior designer. Well, she knows me. I have a degree in interior design from UC, so she said, Sarah's the perfect person to call. And then she didn't call me. She approached me at a party and kind of put me on the spot. But it was perfect, because it was the perfect time for both of us to start this new company and kind of get going. So the basics were professional organizing and interior design, and what came from that was these move-in services too, where someone's relocating to a new home, whether it be across the state or down the street. There's a lot that goes on with that, and with interior design, there's things like space planning. Where do I put my old furniture into my new home? How do I unpack this new kitchen that I've never lived in before? So we kind of combine those. So 3 kind of main services: the organizing, interior design, and moving.
Love that. Okay, so we have a lot more to unpack. Get it?
Get it. Well done.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to do segment number 2. And in segment number 2, we're going to talk about that packing and unpacking services, because, like I said, we're getting into the season. And I want to talk about how busy you guys get, because, you're going to focus on one client at a time, I'm sure.
Absolutely, yes.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Stay right there.